Good evening and God bless you all. We're going to do a quick meditation. Close your eyes, feel your feet against the floor, feel your back against the chair, feel your hands resting on your thighs. Feel your body resting in space. What does it feel like to be where you are? Pay attention to any bodily sensations. It could be a tickling sensation, it could be an itch. Just notice it. Try and resist the urge to scratch it. Just notice it appear in consciousness like everything else. Notice the breath. Notice it come in and out of the nostrils. Pay attention to it as it travels through the nostrils. See if you can track it all the way through your nostril canal. Track it as it comes into your nostrils, and then track it as it comes out of your nostrils. Pay attention to where else you can feel it. You might notice your belly rising and falling with each breath. Notice how that feels too. Notice thoughts when they arise. What are they? When we're meditating, our goal is not to stop these thoughts or block them out. It's to notice them for what they really are. They're just phantoms. They're imaginary things appearing in our mind. Pay attention to the next thought that arises. It might be a mental image, might be a feeling or an emotion that clouds that mental image, might be some words echoing in your mind, could be anything at all, good, bad, in between. Just notice the next thought that arises. What happens to it when you notice it? Just pay attention and notice it. What does it do? Does it linger? Or does it disappear into the ether like everything else? When I first tried this exercise, noticing thoughts and paying attention to what happens to them as I noticed them, it was life-changing for me because I realized how powerless thoughts really are. They're nothing. They only have as much power as we give them. When we are mindful of our thoughts, that is, when we pay attention to them without being caught up in them, we recognize them for what they are. They are powerless, they are incredibly transitory and impermanent, often evaporating in a matter of seconds when we pay attention to them. And most importantly of all, we are not our thoughts. We don't need to identify with them. Also pay attention to the sound of my voice. Notice how it interrupts whatever silence you're experiencing. Notice any other sounds in your environment. Could be the birds chirping, could be someone mowing the lawn. It doesn't really matter. People have this misconception that meditation needs to be silent. It doesn't. You can pay attention to sounds just like you pay attention to the breath or to the feeling of your feet on the floor or whatever. Some of my favorite meditations are listening to the sounds of the birds in the morning. Notice how each sound emerges in your consciousness and then goes away. Isn't it incredible how these sound waves can permeate our consciousness and be received by our ears? Isn't it amazing that our ears depend on the sound to hear, and the sound depends on our ears to be heard? In that sense, is there really a division between our senses and what we sense? Or is it just all here in the one condition? Open, undivided consciousness. Remember, there's no such thing as being bad at meditation. There's no such thing as not being able to meditate. If you're a conscious human being, you can meditate. You just sit there and just observe what arises. And the mind's going to run. Don't beat yourself up if your mind runs. That's normal. If someone says they can stop their mind from running when they meditate, I'm a bit skeptical of that, especially if they're just starting out. Maybe if they're very experienced. But in any case, the objective here is to watch our minds running instead of being there in the driver's seat running with it. Watch it run, watch all the crazy directions it goes in, the ups and the downs and the thoughts and feelings that can color the feelings and emotions that can cover the thoughts that we might be experiencing. Just realize it's all kind of silly, isn't it? Certainly not anything that we should suffer over or sit here in misery over. It's just a thought. Just let it go. You're always going to have a richer, more vivid experience paying attention to what you can see, hear, touch, taste, and feel. And then just noticing the thoughts. Watch them evaporate up into the ether with everything else. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no division between you and the outside world. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide, you need food and water to live, and we need human connection in order to be happy and to feel adjusted. So in that sense, reality is non-dual, meaning there is no division between the subject and object. It's all just one condition. All you ever have is this, the present moment. The past doesn't exist. It's only thoughts in our mind. How real are they? Not very. We can make them real when we let them control us. But if we just pay attention and watch them disappear and recognize them for what they are, they're utterly powerless. Likewise, the future. It only exists in our hopes and fears and fantasies. It's not real. No, all we have is this. And you're always going to have a more vivid experience just living in the present moment, embracing it for what it is. All we ever have is just this. It's right here. It's enough. We are enough because we are this. And this is enough. Thank you all so much. God bless you and take care.